putting in ethanol 85. And how much was the price?
$8.96.
$8.96 a liter. That's a good price for European rates.
Yeah, I just talked to the car salesman, and you know, when I told him everybody drives big cars in America, he says, yeah, it's because gas is so cheap over there. So
right.
There you go.
That's right.
It's not expensive. Stop complaining.
What did we learn today? In Southern Europe,
everybody drives tiny cars.
Tiny cars, and
you
try to get the smaller, the better. It's considered.
In the Nordic countries, they want combi cars,
which is this middle size.
Well, smaller than this.
So we made a quick trip into Gothenburg today, and to get transport figured out, and we're heading back. It's been a while since we've done a clip in the car. The energy of the family has changed a lot.
I would really like for you to not do it because you're driving on the bridge, but
we're going across the bridge, and I'm not going to watch the phone, so I'm just going to hold it. My wife can be safe, but it's interesting architecture. Do you know what river this is? Sort of a. This is the fjord. That's the sea, right? I won't look, I'm just going to turn the phone.
I can't see anything.
Okay. Anyway, it's an amazing bridge. Architecturally unique. We've been here for 1 week exactly. This was the day we would have been coming home. Almost at this time. We would have had about the same kind of drive. So this is really a surreal 7 days, as we're just coming out after. Okay. But anyway, we're just filming. We have a YouTube channel. She's boring right now.
Here we are. What is that? Nom nom. I'm going to pick Gabby up from school. Jared's doing the traditional driving because this little baby boy won't allow me to sit in the front seat. He gets very upset. And then I get, thank you. I get upset too. So, Jared wanted me to show a little bit of the countryside, which is not that exciting really compared to Norwegian standards. This may be the most boring area.
Why is that sort of a tell? Because it's not as mountainous.
It's not as mountainous. There is a fjord, and that is that way. And this is our, what would you call this road? Interstate?
Yeah.
It's called E6.
We just came up a massive hill that we have memories of, or I do, running up. And this would be the start of this epic 10K. It's a mountain route. I mean, it's a lot of intense elevation and then down drops. Beautiful forest, trails, soft spongy marsh. So we're doing the abbreviated 5K. And it feels good to be alive. It feels good to run up a hill for the sake of doing it. Transformation begins. I just wanted to take a short video too. I took a lot of pictures of some fungus yesterday. Can you see? There we go. It wasn't, you know, hunting for fungus. They're everywhere. I mean, it's intense. There's the spores, and I try desperately not to step on them. I'm a big fan of fungus. Medicinal, edible, magic. They're a fascinating part of this planet. but they're just, they're everywhere. Some are so exaggeratedly huge. I had to take photos to just believe it, to go back home. I mean, I can see caps just shooting up. They're everywhere. I mean, they're everywhere. Beautiful, beautiful. The climate from August to November is just insanely right. It is like somebody said on an Instagram, it looks like a fairy garden. It feels like it. You can smell the trolls and the gnomes. Look at those beautiful caps right there in the middle. Okay, I gotta run to catch up. Oh, and we're gonna get to go across the bridge.
Just look at the road.
Okay. Just hang on and let them see the bridge.
I can actually see part of me in the mirror. So let's see. Whoa. Yeah, I'm filming.
Sweet. Show them the farmland here, the houses. Not that. This is the end of episode 9. It's a car scene, and I'm not holding the phone.
No, it's me.
We were just talking about how we finally, what was the word that we used? We're finally,
I don't know. Mature?
no, we needed to take some time once we landed and kind of not to decompress, but find ourselves again.
Jet lag was brutal. Stress before we left was brutal. Everything was pretty tough on us. So it's taken us a lot longer than we thought to get back in balance.
That's it. We were talking about how long it took to get back in balance. We really feel that way. Yeah, it took a long time. So we're heading to the border. We cross the border every day to take Gabby to school or pick her up. And there's tolls and a beautiful fjord that you cross right where we live, which we're about to hit in about 3 minutes.
Should we keep filming or?
Yeah, come up with something. What have you come up with for 2 weeks of being here? What are your highlights? What are you inspired about? Well, I'll say a few things that we're working on so that in the future you may see how it turns out. We don't know yet. We're going to explore as soon as we get our personal identification numbers in the mail. We have to get our phone number and then explore midday pet sitting, some horse sitting like we'd done before, possible taking care of cats while people are on vacation, things that could all be done in the middle of the day because we don't live in an area where it's logistically sensible to do 3 visits a day. So it's figuring out how and what we can do with the services we offered in the States, but make it work here. That's what we're going to explore. Soon of us taking classes at university, which I think will be interesting to see how that turns out.
College, yeah.
What's that?
It's called Westfall University College, I think.
Yeah. In Halden, and that starts tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. And it all ties into the Solgave project. I wrote a little bit about it in a blog, I think, or status maybe. But she'll get into ADHD.
No, you go.
I go. Okay. See, this is round. There's not a single stoplight, guys. Hardly in this area of the country. It's one in bigger cities like Gothenburg or Oslo. It's all roundabouts.
Yeah.
And it makes...
By stop signs, you also mean...
Stoplights is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
The lights. And the roundabouts are extremely efficient, and everybody just knows how to use them. Getting a driver's license here is incredibly expensive and hard to get. They have to drive in all 4 seasons. They drive in...
yeah, you don't just give it away.
They drive in rural areas, city areas. So it takes like a year to get the test, and and they take driving quite serious.
I wouldn't take it. It would take a year.
Half a year?
It depends on how good you are.
But I thought you had to drive in the winter and
yeah,
then in
you
this
can get a like a
conditional. Okay. Whoa, what was that?
I think that's
Gas.
Gas.
That's gas.
Yeah.
So the light just came on. 80 kilometers. So yeah, share some of your thoughts, sweetie.
Well, it feels really great to be back. I feel I'm finally balancing out, becoming more in harmony with myself, less critical of myself and or others, happier. It's really a very interesting process for me because I really didn't realize how unhappy I was until I got happy, and that I'm gonna need more time reflecting on that.
Yeah.
Before I share too much.
It's great to see you happy and to be happy, and all things are going well. We still got a lot to figure out, but it's like a lot less pressure to do it.
This right here is the border between.
Yeah,
and
she'll have
Sweden.
to. This is the bridge on the new bridge where.
Yeah, I'll show the other side extra. Hang on.
It's incredible.
That's
view.
the new
Wow.
bridge.
Look at that.
And that's the Skagerrak, Oslofjord. Oslofjord. This is called Idefjord.
So in the winter, that's frozen over as well. We talked about one of the videos in the same episode when we were walking at the harbor.
They're doing maintenance here, as you can see. But yeah, we just crossed the border.
We're actually just kind of parked right on the border.
No,
Just
we
passed?
Just passed.
Okay.
But yeah, we're at 6.5 minutes.
Okay.
So
We'll give it a stop.
Thank you guys for following us.
So I think this is a safe spot. I'm just resting this on the steering wheel and driving extremely safe. So I'm coming in to get Gabby. This is Fredrikstad, Sharpsburg area, and it's where she goes to school. The first graders here, kind of, it's a bridge. It's their first year. It's like kindergarten in the States, and since it's a bridge year, they don't do much studies like reading or math. It's more just play, learning by doing. You know, they're learning to bake and craft and do things like that, which is appropriate with the Steiner model, but they will incorporate, of course, the other things as she gets older. Now, with that said, Gabby is so advanced in some areas and shows such a propensity. I am working with her on math and reading at home just because I find it fun, and I think she does too. It's never forced, but if she shows that propensity, it builds confidence, and it's certainly fun for me. So we do math games, and we'll continue to work on spelling so she can read emails from friends and family in the States, and I'll be able to text her. And, you know, it's just important. English is a universal language, and she's going to pick up Norwegian, which she already knows, of course. But some of the words that the kids are using, she's struggling with a bit. But I think she's doing remarkable. This is a child that spent 8 months in Mexico, went to school there, in a daycare or preschool type setting, I think. And of course, Root Elementary in the US, and this Barnhagen preschool when she was younger too. It's been a hell of a period, man. This will be the end. We're getting episode 9 up. I just thought I would share some things. This is day 3 of the office setup and kind of the spare room upstairs. That's where Sunov and I are at. And we are working to establish animal care as soon as we get our personal numbers, equivalent of the American Social Security number for Sweden, which we need that to get our cell phone. As soon as we get that, which is any day now, we'll be getting us our cell phones. And that means flyers can go up with our contact information. The flyers will be in Norwegian, of course. We can do vacation cat people midday, which is a market. There's no professional organization in Fredrikstad, but there are in Oslo, 2 hours away from the farm, about an hour from here. So the market exists. It's not, and I've seen through au pair sites and Trusted House Sitter that people in Fredrikstad are doing some pet sitting. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just come in with what we know how to do, and we believe we will get our first few clients. That way, coming to get Gabby at school at 1 o'clock makes sense, because I can work around that, and it's not wasted toll money to get across the border every day. And gas, it's a big gas cost, so I'm trying to justify in my head. So we got to create work in Fredrikstad to justify Gabby going to school here, and it's a great school, and it's where we all think she should be. If she wasn't there, I would wish her to be in the international school, so my relationship with the teachers could be so much deeper. But one thing at a time, and it was full regardless. But I know a lot of Americans have their kids there, and it's a great school as well. It's in downtown Fredrikstad. So anyway, win-win either way there. So this is a roundabout, and nobody's here, so I'm going on. Roundabouts are everywhere. There are no stoplights unless you get downtown like Oslo or Gothenburg, big cities. Everybody knows how to use them. These trails over here to your left, what we would call a progressive bike trail system, is just everywhere. Every person is biking or skiing on their wheels, like training for skiing. Every road has that. It's a full paved trail. They don't consider it a progressive system. It's just existed. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody bikes. The kids bike to school, and it's just a great biking culture. I'm going to share a lot of things through the American and Scandinavia blogs.